All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Quiptic crossword, set this week by Picaroon. It's usually easier than the daily. Let's see what Picaroon has for us. Section of Hawkwind EP, thrills thoroughly. Well, I think section of tells us it's a hidden clue, and I see we have in depth spread across Hawkwind EP thrills. And if you go into some subject thoroughly, then you would go in depth. I do like a couple of the early Hawkwind songs. I think they got a little bit too prog rock maybe later on, but Hurry on Sundown is a great song. Oh, and of course, Silver Machine. All right, how about Make Better? Mostly unscripted performance. So if you make something better, you improve it, but we have most of that word to get improv, unscripted performance. Shortage of diamonds on ground. Well, diamonds can be abbreviated to D from, I think, bridge notation, and ground can be earth, and if there's a dearth of something, there's a shortage. Pity person's corrupt tendency. Oh, so I think it's an anagram of pity person. And it's going to mean a tendency. I do know this though. I thought it was propinquity or something. Or maybe PERP, perp. Oh, I'm going to need some more letters to dig that word out of my brain. Gave energy to captive soldier, English revolutionary. Yeah, no. I think it's going to be E for energy, captive maybe, and then a short, probably 2 letters for a soldier, and it's going to mean, oh, English might be a final E, and it's going to be a revolutionary. Yeah, not seeing it. Musical instrument, our instruction for how to play it. Well, very regularly in the crossword we see some word in a clue like soft or softly or quietly for piano, and that's also, of course, the instrument. Okay, e.g. picaroon, in terrible dump, yes and no. Well, picaroon is a setter, so I'm wondering if we put picaroon in a, is it in an anagram of dump? Yes might be a final Y, and then we're going to get a word that means no. Now, of course, maybe e.g. picaroon is the definition, not compiler. Cruciverbalist, no. Okay, where solar panels are installed for free. Well, if you get a drink for free, it's on the house. All right, I think I had another problem with my recording. I think I was on pause there. I got powered, gave energy to POW, English, and red. I got the pressures, press around sure. And then I think I couldn't see anything new for this. So now we're looking at starts to plan attack. The starting letters of plan attack with are PAW. Knight in chess notation is N because the king is K. And that gives us a pawn. All right, I think I may have repeated something there. Apologies. Anyway, still don't have anything for that. Let's try Royal Artillery. Surely it begins with RA. Battalion ultimately could be the N. Fires and rifles. I think rifles might be the definition, as in to search through something. Not rampages, but is there some ultimately? And then fires, what would fires be? Fires as in getting rid of an employee. Oh, sacks, of course. Ransacks, yeah, there we go. Command, party, friend, hosts at home. But just because we begin with D and party is often do, I'm wondering if command is the definition. So we'd have our party and then a friend. A friend maybe surrounds, at home is in. So what's the command? Oh, I think maybe dominion. But yeah, how is MION a friend? I don't think that's right. But yeah, under someone's command, under their dominion. Let me pause and think about that and hopefully unpause correctly. Of course, it's not dominion, it's dominate. So friend is mate. There we go. Oh, hold on. I'm sure you all spotted I had severe problems there with my typing and messed everything up there, but all right. I only noticed it when I looked at 14 and thought surely this is going to be supermarket. And big shop, of course, would be a supermarket. And possibly making Starmer puke, an anagram of Starmer puke. I wonder how often we'll see that for the next few years. All right. E.g. Picaroon in terrible. Oh, it does sound like it's going to be an anagram of dump around the outside. So yeah, but the D is really in the wrong place. Yes and no. What word would fit that? I'll come back. I may end up having to use wordplays.com to figure that one out. But other than that, the top half is more or less done. All right, city is walling off street for financiers, etc. I think financiers, etc. might be the definition, because I think city is walling off. Does that mean the name of a city is going to go around? Maybe ST for street, or ST goes around the outside of a city. City is walling off. Yeah, I'm not sure how to read that as wordplay. I think it's a little ambiguous. But what would financiers, etc. be? Stockbrokers. Now it is funny, we have an S here, so if it's going to be a plural, I think it would probably be STS. Yeah, oh, maybe it is a street. What's the street in Britain where the equivalent of Wall Street? Throckmorton or something like that. Guardian compilers and our boss getting exploited. All right, well, since Picaroon is one, Guardian compilers would be us. Their boss, oops, is the editor. I'm having a lot of trouble typing today. And if you're exploited, you're used. Prisoner provoked people online. Getting restrained. I have too much in that one, too many possibilities. I'm going to move on. Wren, perhaps, in the Arctic, oddly. Ooh, well, it sounds like we're going to use the odd letters. But it's going to be odd letters, I mean, 9 total, so we would need at least 17. So, yeah, maybe starting with perhaps or something like that, but P-R-A-S-N-H, no, that one falls apart. It's got to be a wren, as in some kind of bird, wren perhaps. In the Arctic, oddly. There is I think a small bird is called a passerine, which is 9 letters. But how is that in the Arctic? Oddly. Oh, maybe it's an anagram of the Arctic. And so it's not the odd letters, but just an anagram. Oh, could it be wren, perhaps? Of course, could be not Christopher. That's too long, but some other famous wren. Oh, no, what was? Took me a moment. Christopher Wren was an architect, so it is an anagram of the Arctic. All right, golf, then hotel, then this part of Asia. So golf, of course, in the phonetic alphabet is G, then H for hotel. And so it's going to be something to do with Asia. I mean, I'm thinking Ghana, but that's not part of Asia. Then this part. No, I don't see it. All right, stitches up parents' pants. Well, pants we know can be slang for bad or terrible, which can therefore indicate an anagram of parents. And it's going to mean, now is it stitching up literally with a needle and thread? Or if you, I think if you entrap somebody, you stitch them up. All right. Withdrew, sappers, in need of a rest. Oh, I wonder if sappers in need of a could be S-P-P-E-R-S, but that's only 6 letters. Yeah, not sure about that. All right, wind player with nothing on, caught by strings, player. Wind player with nothing on. Could it be like a bear something? Is it going to be a player, strings player? I wonder if that could be something like a puppeteer, caught by strings. Caught can be a C. A catgut, of course, could be strings. No, gonna move on. Jumpers turned up by Leicester's #1 fans. Parachuters, paratroops. Turned up. Well, Leicester's number one, I think, is simply going to be an L. Oh, I think it's jumpers in the sense of things you wear. And it's PU is turned up. Leicester's number one is L, and fans are lovers. All right. Account by clergyman is error-free. All right, well, account is usually AC. Clergyman might be a curate, and so accurate is error-free. Stimulating, drug-reduced, a kind of blow. Ooh, I'm thinking an uppercut is a kind of blow in boxing. An upper is a kind of drug, and if something is reduced, it can be cut. Financiers, etc. must be capitalists. I think that's with an A, right? So I think city is simply capital is, yeah, but it's this S for is, and that does wall off or surround ST for street, all right. Yeah, so I forgot, of course, Ghana I wasn't sure about. So now I'm wondering if it's a bassoonist. Let's try and see if that even fits. It does. With nothing on, caught by string. I think the strings player is a bassist. Nothing is an O, and on is on. All right, that's clever. So now we're at golf, then hotel, then this part of Asia. Wow, so very surprised it doesn't begin with G. Could it mean golf? Or it seems more like it's going to be this part of Asia, or part of Asia. No. Here is our prisoner. Prisoner could be a con. Provoked people. Yes. If you provoke people online, you troll them. And if you're restrained, you are controlled. I like that. And it's good to see modern slang getting put in the crossword. I mean, there's always the danger that it's just a passing fancy, but I think the idea of trolling has probably been around for a while pre-internet. I'd be curious to know the first use of trolling in that way. All right. Teachers. Oh, hold on. Why did I jump over those? No idea. Aircraft. Heads for Greece's largest island doing extra refueling. Well, I just recorded the Everyman crossword, which came out on YouTube yesterday. And this is a very Everyman kind of clue. The head letters of Greece's largest island doing extra refueling are a glider, which gives us an aircraft. English king, Lear, who wrote nonsense. Yeah, if you divide it that way, I think it's fairly straightforward double definition. Edward. Teacher, well, I'm seeing tutor must be teacher. Disapproving word is tut. And if you take the word over and you lose its inner letters, you're left with OR. All right, so withdrew can be retired. Sappers, I think, are RE, and if you're in need of a rest, you are tired. Very clever. So it is the phonetic alphabet, but I should have just thought we have a sequence here, G, H, and then I, which is India, and it is part of Asia. City with famous tower, Paris, strangely, not right. Well, I think this is pretty much a right-in. A city with a famous tower would be Pisa. It's an anagram of Paris, but without the R for right. All right, and then just Picaroon in terrible dump. Yes and no. Now, I'm fairly confident of hippo, but I will check it. I'm going to check everything. Confident of that. Ooh, I'm not terribly confident of my wide. No, that's right. Fairly confident of ransacks and dominates. Yeah, so the letters are right. I'm just not seeing what word. I mean, like an INUM ending. I mean, terrible dump again. I'm thinking anagram of dump. Yes and no. Yeah, so if it's something for Picaroon or his type is going to go in the middle of an anagram of dump, what would that me? No, but e.g. Picaroon would be, oh, it could be literally e.g. of course, plus I or me. I really don't see anywhere to put a G. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use wordplays.com for this one, so I'm going to look up wordplays.com. Ah, Picaroon, I should have realized, of course, is a pseudonym. So yeah, I did not consider it might be a Y. And so it's an anagram of dump, yes, no. So that's very clever. Anagram, the way it's laid out, yes and no. That's very, very clever. I do like that one. All right, let's do a check all. Okay, I think there was maybe one I wasn't sure about, so I'll take a quick peek over at 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Shan, standing in for the usual blogger. I read through it, I like the way Shan or Shane is laying out the explanation of each. I think it's very clear. And likes Picaroon because his clues are giving clear instructions. So actually, I think I did follow everything here. I must have been thinking something from the Everyman I didn't understand. I did understand these ones. There was a nice little note under wide. Paddy Mellon in the comments pointed out, or Broad actually pointed out that, or someone pointed out that Stuart Broad was an English cricketer, but wide means a score, so it's not really a run, but a score. Anyway, I did enjoy that. It's always nice to have a straightforward quiptic on the weekend. Anyway, thank you as always for watching, and have a great week.